Hello and welcome to Bangkok. Let's say you only had 24 hours in Bangkok, right? And you wanted to go to Wat Arun, Wat Pho and the Jim Thompson house, three of the most popular places to go in Bangkok. But you didn't know whether to take a taxi or whether to take public transport. Which option's better?
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Well, Emma, she's going to take taxis to all those three places. I'm going to take public transport to those three places, and we'll see and we're going to meet back here at the pier and see who got there quickest, who managed it quickest. Right, Emma, you ready to go? Here's the camera. I'm off.
Bloody hell.
So my plan is to get the boat up the pier. So we started at the pier. My plan is to get the boat up the pier to the Wat Pho pier thing. So up here. Let's try and do that now.
So he's made us start right near public transport, so that's good for him, which is very cheeky in my opinion. So I need to call a taxi. I'm going to use Grab. You can also use Bolt or some other ones, but I'm going to use Grab. Yeah, so let's go. So the only problem I foresee is if it rains, because it's the start of rainy season. It's looking, can't really see. It's looking quite grey, so that is a bit of a concern for me. But we'll see. Right, let's go.
ขอบคุณครับ
โอเคมิเตอร์
โอ้ ขอบคุณครับ Got my ticket, 30 baht. I'm in the waiting area. I actually forgot which pier Wat Pho is, so I'm going to have to Google that now. So we're on a boat, so let's explain the rules of what's happening today. So we don't have to go in the three places. Me and Emma just have to take a selfie outside the three places to prove we could get to them. So we're going to go to each place, take a selfie outside, and then get back here to the local pier. My route is I'm going to try and go to Wat Pho first, which is on the river, jump across the river to Wat Arun, and then we are going to take an MRT, hopefully, back to the Jim Thompson house.
Hello. So I'm at Bangkok Market. The problem with getting a taxi is that obviously you need to call the taxi and wait for the taxi to come. So it's honestly just pure luck whether you get one quickly or not. Whereas the BTS does run on time and very regularly. So at the moment I have like 6 minutes to wait until my taxi comes to go to the first place. I'm just in a last minute panic and change where I'm going to go as well, like change the route that I thought I was going to take to avoid as much traffic as possible, but we'll see if that works or not. So wish me luck that this guy actually turns up in 5 minutes.
Some facts about Wat Pho. It's near a place called the Grand Palace. It's got a huge Buddha statue, a reclining Buddha in there with jeweled inlays on its feet. Really, really cool. Also, a bit behind the scenes, Emma has the GoPro with the stick, and I've just got my iPhone, so I apologise for my footage is shonky. We are waiting a long time on this boat for it to kick off though. By the way, this is the same boat me and Emma took in our Bangkok $5 challenge, which you can see up there. Okay, we are going, we are moving. 30 baht, so it only cost me like less than £1 to do this boat. Let's see if I remember to get off the right pier, which is difficult because I'm filming on the thing that I need my maps for.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm still waiting for my first taxi to turn up. Two have gone past with their lights on, but I've already booked one, so I just thought, and also, if you just get in a taxi on the street, you then have to negotiate a price, and I can't really be bothered to do that at the moment. And actually, I am hoping that maybe this taxi driver will drop me off, and if I can explain in my bad Thai, just wait 1 minute and I'll take a picture and get back in, I might be able to negotiate with him to take me around to order the places I need to go. That would be ideal, so I'll see what I can do.
So we're approaching 15 minutes in. I'm still making progress down the pier, but I must say, in really quite a lot of comfort. You associate public transportation with being kind of like sweaty and a bit horrible in some places, but these boats along the river with the air conditioning, I'm cool, I'm breezy, I'm having a great time looking at all the stuff by the river. I'd absolutely hate to be stuck in a traffic jam right now or desperately searching on the street for a taxi. Horrible time that would be. Great news, it's looking pretty wet and like it might rain. Oh, I just felt a raindrop. That's going to slow Emma down, because the thing about Bangkok is when it rains, the taxis are abysmal. Everything just gets stuck in a huge amount of traffic. Yeah, I can feel a bit of rain now. It's looking good for Richard.
So with the help of Google Translate, I believe I have asked my taxi driver to wait for me at Wat Arun and then take me to Wat Pho. So I believe I've asked him to do that, and we've understood each other, but we will see. So I think Richard's going to Wat Arun as well, because he headed towards the boats. So at Sapan Taxi you would get the boat there. So I think maybe that's what he's done. But we are going across, we're driving across the bridge, which normally has terrible traffic. So, oops, I say that we're slowing down. So we'll see who gets there first.
I've had time to pick myself up a little Coke, 25 baht, absolute rip-off prices around here.
I've literally just driven past my own house to get to Wat Arun, which is annoying. Right, okay, I think we should be there in 15 minutes, fingers crossed. In concerning news, it has actually started to rain now, slightly. So I'm not worried about getting wet necessarily, but when it rains in Bangkok, the traffic stops. That's the end of it. You just like can't go anywhere. So there's just a few spots at the moment, so hopefully it's okay. Also it does flood sometimes too, but fingers crossed it's just a little shower.
So there it is behind me, 300 baht to get in. I want to go in. Let's take our little selfie. That is Wat Pho behind me. Let's have a little selfie with the guy. Right, we have been to Wat Pho, checked off. Let's try and get to Wat Arun.
What? I think Richard has gone to Wat Pho first. Because he's just sent me a picture and I'm telling him nothing about where I am. I'm surprised he did that, because I'm trying to do, I have a more logical brain than Richard, even though he is a maths person. I think it makes more sense to do like a round trip journey, because we're starting and finishing at Sapan Taxi. So interesting. Right, we'll see. So we have an update. It's raining a lot more. I am stuck in some traffic, but I can just about see Wat Arun there. So I just need to drive around this corner, take a snap, and then have to call another taxi driver because my driver has other people waiting for him. So, but I think it's worth it at this stage, trying to just wave one down if I see it. So we'll see. Wish me luck.
Just sent Emma the selfie of me with the little feet that you can see in the background. She's been very cagey about where she is or how she's getting on, so got no idea. Anyway, let's make it to Wat Arun now. It's 5 baht per person to get to Wat Arun. That's amazing. I got charged 25 baht for the Coke, so I actually have 5 baht in change. Amazing. Oh yeah. Bit of swayage going on. Let's have a seat outside. Ah, wet. There it is in the distance. This needs to start moving soon. We set off about 5 past. Sorry, we set off about 5 to. It's now 1/2 past. So far 35 minutes. Let's see if this sets off in a bit. It started raining, so I had to move from my spot. And this is giving me hope that Emma is going to be trapped in her taxi. What kills you in public transport time is not actually how long it takes you to get somewhere. It's how long, like, we're waiting at the station for the bus to actually kick off. So I've been here for like 3 minutes now.
So I can confirm I am now at Wat Arun. It's raining. Can you see him behind me? There it is behind me. So now I need to call a taxi quickly and get to the next place. Right. I'm wet. I'm in the back of a taxi. I flagged one down. We're in a little bit of traffic, but we are now en route to Wat Pho. So I think Richard sent me a picture, so he's one down too. So fingers crossed this rain doesn't slow me down too much.
Now I'm hoping this river crossing is actually where I make up my time, because this river crossing does not take long in a boat whatsoever. But for Emma, she's got to go around somewhere, find a bridge to cross, which there aren't any bridges around here, and then loop all the way back. So I'm hoping this really helps me with timings on the river crossing. Let's see.
But Google Maps is telling me it's 15 minutes to Wat Pho, so fingers crossed.
I feel I should show you what it's like since I'm not going in it. It's 200 baht to go in. We don't actually want to go in, we just want to get a selfie with it. So let's try and find a way of doing that. Right, here we go. This is a perfect place to try and get a selfie with the Wat in the background. Let's see if we can get it. There it is. Let's move it. There it is. There's the Wat in the background. Perfect place to get a selfie. Let's send this down there. Okay, that is Wat Arun, and those are the gates to Wat Arun. It says Wat Arun there. Okay, now this is the most difficult part of my plan. I've got to get to an MRT stop, which is a 15-minute walk. I thought that'd be annoying with the heat, and it is still really hot, but actually it might be more annoying with the rain.
So I didn't really film much at Wat Arun because it was raining and I was in a panic and I jumped into another taxi. But there are lots of people there encouraging you to get dressed up in traditional Thai outfits, so you can wander around there and have your picture taken. It seemed quite cheap as well, if that's a thing that you fancy doing, but obviously I didn't have time. Okay, thank you. We're here now. Hello. So, the rain has stopped. I've reached Wat Pho. You need to pay to get in, so I can't show you the big Buddha, I'm afraid. What I will say is that Wat Pho, in my opinion, is much better than Wat Arun. It's got lots of tiled buildings, it's just more spectacular. There's statues doing yoga poses. It's really cool, would recommend it. But obviously we don't have time today. Right. Now I need to get a taxi to Jim Thompson house. Again, wish me luck.
I forgot how fun the area around Wat Arun is actually. What a fun area. So if you're going to come to Bangkok and you're going to visit all these places, don't do what we do. Have a little look around. We're just trying to show you which is the most efficient methods to get to these places. Actually, please take your time and enjoy the places. Look at this beautiful mural. Lovely. So now we've got a 15-minute walk to the MRT station, which is, I've got to say, it's gonna hinder me. That's one big puddle. True facts, when I first moved to Bangkok, I encountered a puddle so big in the middle of the street that I had to pay a motorcycle taxi driver some money to drive me over the puddle. The MRT, by the way, is Bangkok's underground system. So we have an overground system called the BTS and an underground station system called the MRT. It's also a special bus system, the BRT, but I don't really use that. It's a weird car. So while we're walking, let's talk about who was Jim Thompson and why are we going to his house. So Jim Thompson was an American He revitalized the Thai silk industry in the 50s and 60s. You get Jim Thompson silk products in a lot of the fancy malls, very fancy silk. He disappeared while hiking in Malaysia in 1967, was never found again. But the house that he lives in remains as like a museum dedicated to the Thai silk industry. Boom, let's try and go there now. Still walking. So we're going to lose a lot of time here. So I've got to take a blue line MRT underground to the Ceylon stop, change at the Ceylon stop to the overground BTS line, which they're not quite connected, they're a little bit apart. So that's going to be another 5-minute walk, and then get off at National Stadium and walk to the Jim Thompson house. Luckily, from the Jim Thompson house, I can just take a BTS back and get back to my starting point. Whew. Should take an hour to get there, or 50 minutes. Whoop. Just try not to get run over by a motorcycle.
So I wasn't as lucky with a taxi this time, so I've had to order a taxi, which is going to take 5 to 7 minutes. I did flag one down, but he wanted 300 baht for it, and it's really cheeky because that's twice what a Grab would cost. Obviously, he thinks I'm a tourist. No, thank you. The last guy put his meter on, no questions. I didn't even have to ask him, which is really good. Okay, so we're now waiting. Fortunately, it stopped raining, so that's good. So we're now waiting for a taxi to go to Jim Thompson, which is the last place.
There we are. This is the MRT. And I'm very, very hot. Suggest maybe you could urinate and litter in other places? Look how shiny my head is. Now where do we want to go? We want to go to Ceylon. Where is Ceylon? Oh my goodness. I've lost Ceylon. Ceylon, there we go. Again, the change from our Coke coming in handy. Forgot about this. Works on tokens. You can use your Visa. If you want. MRT is always ridiculously empty. I just don't think it's used very much in Bangkok. Bangkokians, please give your thoughts below. Do you use the MRT? Do you see the MRT crowded? Perfect timing. Actually seems quite full. Now we're actually on here. The next bit of the journey should be quite quick. 3 stops.
I'm in another taxi. Having aircon in taxis is amazing, I have to say. So Rich is probably very sweaty, but waiting for a taxi in the rain whilst and trying to video things and hold your phone, etc., also quite stressful. So I think we've agreed to now go to Jim Thompson, take a few snaps, and then I will be taken hopefully in this taxi to Sapan Taksin, where I will meet Richard, and he will probably be sat there having finished ages before me. I don't know. I thought I'd be there ages before him, but actually I just can't tell, to be honest. He stopped sending me pictures now, so I don't know where he is. Okay, well, bye. Enjoy some traffic.
I was wrong about the 3 stops thing. There's absolutely loads of stops. I forgot to say before, but we now passed the 1 hour mark of the journey. So we've got 1 hour 10 in. We're almost stopped. So I changed. On another form of transport.
Ceylon Station. Please mind the gap between train and platform.
I'm on the wrong side. Here we go. Okay, there's a skywalk towards the BTS, which is what we're going to now. It's incredibly noisy here. Let's see if you can actually hear me over this noise. This is like quite a big intersection. Over there is Lumpini Park. I've got a rabbit card, which I use to get on the BTS here, because we live on the BTS. And also I'll be able to take the BTS back to Sapan Taksin, which is where we got off. Anyway, this is Saladeng.
So I haven't taken as much footage as I should have, and I think Richard will be mad with me, but a handbag, an umbrella, a phone and a camera are quite a lot for a girl to carry, so there we go. And also I was in a hurry, so I think what I will say is at various places like Wat Pho, Wat Arun, you can get dressed up like a Thai lady and have your photos taken there, which is really nice. I couldn't really take any footage of that because that's when it was torrentially raining, I'm afraid, but it didn't look too expensive, so that's good. And now we are maybe 10 minutes away from the third stop that I'm making, which is at Jim Thompson house. Quick snap and then hopefully back to Sapan Taksin. I don't want to guess the time because you never know, and also it might rain again, so we'll see. But yeah, again, wish me luck.
You can also pay with your rabbit card at various places for food. Should we get a donut before we go any further? What do we want? Oh, I think we want a cheese stick. Mayaka. Kamka. Cheese stick acquired. Right. Let's get on the BTS. We're going towards National Stadium, which confusingly, there it is, which confusingly isn't the site of the National Stadium, like the Thailand national football team don't play there. This train is going to be very crowded, I think. I'm slightly worried about timings here. I asked Emma how many places she's been to already. She said none of your business. She's keeping things close to her chest.
Hello. So I'm now at the Jim Thompson house. The taxi drivers are around the corner for me. So this is my third destination. And he's waiting for me so we can now go back to Sapan Taksin. Everyone here is very nice and they keep directing me to the entrance, and now I feel bad that I'm leaving, but that's what I'm going to do. It's nice actually in Jim Thompson. I've been there before. You can buy some very expensive fancy silky items of clothing, really nice. But instead I'm going to wing my way to Sapan Taksin. So we'll see if Richard's there before me or not.
Terminating here. Right, I forgot which way we're going though. So incredibly unremarkable. Right, let's try and find our way. Apparently it's down this little alley somewhere. Right, it's not finished. I'm hurrying up the pace a little bit. This is now jittery because I'm getting a bit of a move on. I don't want to lose to Emma, and I think I'm close to winning. So this is the last place to go. It's Jim Thompson house. You can go on a tour if you want to. We're not going to do that. We're just going to take a selfie in front. I've seen a poster for it. Right, before I enter this, the time is currently just gone 12:30, so it's taken me 1 hour 35 to hit all these different places, to go all these different things. By the way, if you like this video, I don't even want you to subscribe. I just want you to like it and share it with other people. Our problem is not having enough subscribers. It's that for some reason our videos haven't been shared around. Anyway, this is the Jim Thompson house behind me. They've got a golf cart service. Could have taken a golf cart. Right, here's the Jim Thompson house. I don't want to go inside. Let's just take a selfie outside. Let's take a selfie. Can't really see it. There we go. Right, Jim Thompson house done. Let's get another one. Right, let's get back to the BTS. See if we've beaten Emma.
So Richard has just told me where he is. So he's just been to Jim Thompson house, which is where we've just been. So for him to get the BTS to Sapan Taksin, we're in a taxi and it will take now 10 or 15 minutes. There's a little bit of traffic. It should take him 25 minutes. So in an ideal world, I think I will be there 10 minutes before him, sat there with a beer waiting, but we'll see. Who knows what's going to happen. Also, if you look at the sky, again, it looks very dark. So we'll see, fingers crossed.
Who's in this taxi? Is it Emma? No, it's not. It's not Emma in the taxi. But Emma's just texted me saying, if we go to Bangkok Market, if we go to, when you get back to the pier, let's meet up in a market. Okay, I think she's heading there now. So we need to get this BTS quick, and we need to get to the market where we're going to meet up and have a drink and talk about our experience. Okay, let's run. So worked out on the calculator, it was 28 baht, the BTS to National Stadium, from the National Stadium back to Sapan Taksin. It's 43 baht, works out 136 baht in total in fares we've spent today. We might not beat Emma for time, but let's see. If we made it for cash, spoiler alert, we definitely will. Let's see how much she spent. Okay, back to where we started at, almost exactly 1 hour. Oh, sorry, we're backwards to where we started with. I'm going to leave all this in. We're back to where we started from. We're almost exactly 2 hours, sorry, from when we started. Okay, so we've managed to go to 3 places. Obviously, add in your own time for looking around those places. We've gone to 3 different places, and we've managed that in 2 hours on public transport. No way she's beat this. No way. Okay, do you know what? We're going to actually hurry up a little bit, because it might be a case of her jumping out of the taxi. She might still not be here, so let's go. Let's hurry up a little bit. Right, so we've gone through the gates finally. Right, let's explain Sapan Taksin very quickly. So Sapan Taksin is basically where loads and loads of boats go. It's also where the Shangri-La is, which is where me and Emma absolutely never stay when we are in Bangkok. Also, not far from here, you can see it just up there. That's the State Tower. The State Tower is where the Hangover 2 was filmed. So it's quite famous for that. Right, okay. Now, if you come out the BTS station from here, there is a little, I think I see it. There is a little mall, and it's got a food market. Let's jog a little bit. Where we are. Oh, no! No! There she is. Oh.
I'm pointing in the wrong direction. So here we are, back at Bangkok Market. I believe this is the face of a victorious lady. Not Victorian, victorious. I believe so. So I might have a celebratory beer and wait for Richard. So I don't think Richard's going to be too much longer than me. Getting a taxi is easier, I guess, but transferring from one taxi to another is quite stressful. If you don't order one on Grab or Bolt, then you have to sometimes negotiate a price or ask them to put the meter on. So it is actually still a palaver, but moving from one place to the other in aircon is great. And also if it rains, but then the problem with the taxi is if it rains, you don't move anywhere. So it's tricky. And like I said, I don't think he's going to be too much longer. What time are we on now? So I left here about 11 and it's now 10 to 1. So it has taken me nearly 2 hours. But bear in mind, we just had our photos taken at these places. We didn't actually go inside them. But still, just gives you an idea of the transport around Bangkok. Hang on a second.
How long have you been here?
10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Right, let's have a very small debrief. I'll get a drink first. So Emma, let's have a little quick debrief. You spent 736 baht, I spent about 136 baht. But you got here about 10 minutes before me?
I did get here 10 minutes before you, but it was still quite stressful. You know, dealing with taxi drivers, ordering a car, trying to find out where he's picking you up from. But then your journey itself, you were sitting down, so at least that part was easy.
So Emma, you are the inaugural winner of our race across Bangkok. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and show more people. And that's it for us now.
And do your own pointless little journey competitions and let us know. Send us the link.
Okay, bye.